watching the interview and you're not liking or commenting or subscribing, please can you like, comment and subscribe. Now let's get back to the interview.
It's the Down Data Show, like and subscribe. It's the Down Data Show, like and subscribe. It's the Down Data Show, like and subscribe.
Welcome to the Down Data Show. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me today. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into this. I have a very, very special guest today. But before we introduce our guest, as you can see, the settings today are different. We're in a beautiful restaurant in Friendship Park in Addis Ababa. Salam and Detnesh. I'm in Addis, and finally we've got the chance to meet the lady herself, the Ivory Princess. Welcome to the Down Data Show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for being here.
It's my first video, my first podcast, so I'm a little bit
nervous. It's
yeah,
okay.
Little bit nervous, but it's fine. It's fine.
No problem. We'll take things slowly, and like I said, if there's anything that you're not comfortable about talking about, we
of course.
will talk about.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start. Life before Ethiopia. Where are you from? How are you in Ethiopia? Obviously, I hear you have a French accent. So yeah, give us a little bit of information.
So
who you are. You're called the Ivory Princess online. So yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I'm from France, near Paris. I lived there all my life, and with my family, we decided to come and live to Ethiopia. In Ethiopia? Sorry. Yeah. We decided to come and live in Ethiopia in 2021 because my father is Rastafarian. So precisely, we decided to move to Shashamane, which is like a very sacred place for the Rastafarian people. So yeah, my name on Instagram and on TikTok is the Ivory Princess because I'm also from Ivory Coast, from my mother. So yeah, I'm from African descent. Also, like we can say I'm Afropean. That's how you say in English, no? Afropean. We say that Afropéen in French when you're from Africa and also Europe.
Yeah, Afro-European.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's something different. Afro-European.
Yeah. That's how I define myself.
Okay.
Because I lived most of my life in Europe, but I was also felt like a black person the whole time, and coming in Africa coming to Ethiopia, I felt like a white person. I felt like a European. So I just feel like these two sides of my identity are just together. So I define myself as, an Afro-European. That's,
Yeah, no, definitely. I can kind of relate in feeling that you don't belong in one place or the other. I think me too, born and grown up in Europe, when I come back to Africa, even the Caribbean, I feel like I'm not, African enough or Caribbean enough. And it's like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
You can't help where you're born.
Yeah.
You just...
Yeah, they always will tell you go back to your country in any place where you never belong to anywhere. And I feel like people who were adopted, mixed people from the diaspora have this same feeling of not belonging anywhere. But we can see clearly that we're not from that place. And at the same time, it's like there is no country where we fully belong. So it's a very hard feeling. And I think you're questioning yourself most of your life because you don't really know like where you feel home. So yeah, and that's why being in Ethiopia is also very important because it's the cradle of humanity. We say that it's where humanity started.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
like the mother country of the mother continent.
Yes.
So it's also very important to discuss about this topic in this specific place.
Yeah, absolutely. The motherland, all human beings come from Africa.
Yeah.
And, if you don't know where you come from, you won't know where you're going. So it's very, very important. So your mom is French?
She's from Ivory Coast in West Africa.
Okay, your mom is from...
It's next to Ghana. And my father is European, mixed.
Okay, so your father is European?
Yeah, French, Spanish, Switzerland.
Oh,
I have a lot
that's a different mix.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's different. Different. Okay. Nice. And so when did you move to Ethiopia?
2021 in March. So like more than 5 years ago now.
Okay. So what, you were like, 19 or?
I was 19, yeah.
Okay.
So we were in Shashamani and I'm in Addis now since 3 months. Yeah.
Fresh in Addis.
Yes.
Well, how is it? How does it differ from Shashamani? Because I've never been there. Hoping to touch base in Shashamani, But what's the difference between Shashamani and Addis? So
in Shashamani, it's like a lot less developed than Addis Ababa. So as you can see from my previous video when I was in Shashamani, it's like the countryside. So we'll be hand washing the clothes, we'll be cooking on the fire, we'll be like the life is very different. There is also a lot of negative sides because I experience a lot of discriminations and harassment in Addis as a foreigner because we can really see that I'm not Ethiopian. And so in Shashamani it was very difficult walking in the street. Even with my son, people could insult us, throw stones at us, following us like for meters and meters. Like it was very, very tough. Why did they, what was their reasoning to behaving like this towards you? I mean, I think it's not specifically because of who I am, but because of what I represent. And in Shashamani there is a context where it's been decades that a lot of Rastafarian people coming from Europe, the Caribbean, and any other countries get to install and live and settle in Shashamani. But in 2019, there was a civil war in Shashamani. So I think it started because of two different tribes. And then they started to turn against anyone who wasn't from their tribe, not specifically Ethiopians, but anyone who wasn't from their tribe. So it was before I came, but I heard like testimonies of what happened, and it was very difficult, like fire everywhere, killing, like beating up people who were not from their tribes, including the foreigners and the Rastafarians. Wow. So since that time, because I came 2 years after that, 2021. It was still really fresh, and the tensions were like
Still high.
Yes.
Yeah.
So every time they will see someone, like foreigners, they will be very aggressive, or sometimes they will think that you have money because
You look
you come
like
but even they will do that to Jamaican people with black skin, so it's
Yeah.
not specifically about the skin color, but they will just assume that you're like a colonizer and you come in their place and you shouldn't be there. So even my son, when he was, I think, like 6 months old, he had a stone through in his eye, and he was like in my baby carrier. It was very difficult living there. I got attacked one time. I was at a bus station to go to Awasa,
Yeah.
and there was a man with a knife who attacked me with my son, and he was still in the baby carrier. But yeah, fortunately, a man arrived and he stopped him, and we got into the bus. But yeah, like
Oh my God.
yeah, very, very difficult. And now that I'm in Addis, I never experienced anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah.
That's what I tell to people. It's like I'm
Night
in a
and day.
yeah, exactly. It's like I'm in a different country,
Yeah.
even in a different continent. It's so different. Yeah.
Wow.
So
That is crazy. You've been for a lot.
yeah.
You've been for a lot. Whew. Well, thank God you're here and
Yeah,
still
safe.
alive and safe.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Aye, aye, aye. Tell us about your upbringing in France.
So I wasn't living in luxury in France. I was living in the what you call suburbs, but like in
Banalou? Banalou?
La banlieue, exactly, next to Paris. Actually, the city where I was living was like of a white majority, upper class. But the part where I lived was like I don't know how you say in English, but like when you have less money and you are like in the buildings. What? How do you call it?
They call it like the ghetto.
Yes,
The projects.
We can
in
say
America,
that.
the projects, the ghetto. Yeah.
Actually, we can say that. So I was living like in a mini ghetto, but in a rich city. So I experienced a lot of discrimination also, but on the other side.
On the other side.
So not feeling, even if my skin is very white, I felt like I was never white enough, and I was never good enough, never smart enough. And also because of the discrimination also coming from my social class, because I was on the lower social class, comparing to all the people where, I don't know, like, yes, they were, rich. So it was very difficult constructing myself, being excluded constantly. Just feeling like an outsider the whole time. And yeah, I just I wanted to be white most of the previous years of my life, the first years of my life, sorry. And when I grew up, when I started to be a teenager, I knew that I would never be white. And my hair is not like theirs.
Absolutely.
I mean, even if now I have like a straightening hair, but my hair is afro.
Yeah, you can. I can see afro hair.
Yes.
You can't hide that.
Yeah. So my hair is afro. My features are African. I'm an African girl, so I started to learn about the Black history, especially like in America with the movies, with the Black Panthers and everything. And I'm a big fan of music, especially from the 90s, like hip hop and R&B. So from this entertainment, I started to learn more about my culture, even if I'm not Black American, but I felt close to them.
What music did you like kind of growing up? What music inspired you? I mean, both French music, English, which type of music? Because I love 90s French hip hop, MC Solar, ATM, NTM, Joey Star. I'll show you. These are like some real, like, there's so many others, but yeah, I love that. Like, got some real artists out there. So yeah. Respect.
And it's thanks to the Black American culture that it's. I think those Black and Arabs people from the ghetto also never felt belonging in the French society, and when they learned that Black Americans were like
Also struggling and
struggling and creating music about it and fashion and influencing the whole world, it inspired them.
like Marseille.
Yes.
Bad boy from Marseille.
Marseille. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically the music I grew up was very mixed because I grew up with the music from Ivory Coast from my mother's side, so Zouglou,
Oh, yes.
Coupé Décalé.
Yes,
And
yes, Coupé Décalé.
So
Yeah.
I grew up with that, also with Zouk, which is from the French Caribbean. So
Martinique.
exactly, Guadeloupe, reggae, of course, because
yes.
my father is West African.
Caribbean.
Exactly.
Bob Marley.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We grew up with hip hop, R&B from the 80s, the 90s, from my parents because they were young when they had me, and yeah, basically that's the also music from like the pop music from the 2000s, and yeah.
Damn. Wow. Okay. What first sparked your interest in music and arts? Because obviously we've seen and we know that you're very creative. Where did this come from? And tell us a bit more about, what first sparked your interest into music and arts and why?
So when I was very little at school, I remember I kept drawing all the time. I was obsessed with drawing, reproducing everything I could observe on the paper with paint, crayons, pencils, and it never left me. When I was growing up, watching animes, cartoons, I was just reproducing everything, and I was a big reader. I started reading when I was very young, like 4.5 years old.
Wow.
So all this reading started to nourish my imagination, and I think it also inspired me to draw even more. So yeah, I also started to draw comics and to paint on canvas, but I never learned that in a class, only by myself. I'm a self-taught artist.
Self-taught
Yes.
artist. Wow. It's a natural talent that you have, and it's not for everybody. And respect.
Thank you.
Did you read comic books at all?
Oh yes, a lot. The comics, like the superheroes like Marvel and DC Comics, but also like French comics like Tintin or Asterix and Obelix.
Tintin, that's Tintin, right?
Yes,
in English.
that's how you
Tintin,
that's how you call it.
Oh wow, Tintin is good.
Yeah,
Bino, Tintin.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of. I was a big fan of reading any like mangas, comics, novel books, anything.
Anything. Okay. Did you ever imagine yourself living in Africa? Or could you have imagined yourself kind of like living in Africa?
The first part of my life, to be honest, not at all. I had this image of Africa, African people living in huts and in the mud. And I'm a big fan of history. I actually studied history in university. And
oh, really?
Yeah. And just before to come here. And when I was little and learning about history, I was only interested about European history, like the kings and the queens and the wars. But I was thinking that Africa had nothing. I was, like I said, I was just thinking that had this very negative image of Africa until my teenage years, when I started to learn more about the Black history and then the African history, like the ancient Egypt and even in West Africa, the big kingdoms that we had.
Yes.
So that's when I started to learn that it was very, very complex and not at all what I was thinking.
What you've been told. The history books have lied to us all.
Yes.
The only thing they do is make it about European history and colonization and slavery. But they never talk about before then, when we were kings, when we were queens, You know,
Mansa Musa.
yeah, Mansa Musa, one of the richest guys
Yes.
in Africa.
Of all his story, actually. Even
Money.
all the big Gates and Elon Musk, they don't reach his
No,
fortune.
they don't reach his
No.
level.
No. So,
Gold and silver.
yeah.
You know, what he had. You know, so we have a history to be proud of. You know, we have a history to stand tall. You know, I think we look at only Africa now, and you know, you see the problems that Africa has. You know, still because of slavery and colonization, and we think, you know, Africa, once they get together and unified and stop having problems with the tribal issues and this and that, you know, and the corruption, and there's so many different
And
levels.
so in all parts of Africa.
Yeah, and yeah,
Every
Africa,
countries.
how many continents? Like 54 continents, you know, countries in Africa as a continent. And if Africa was to really unite and, you know, and not be so divided, Africa can be bigger than Europe.
But it's because of African division that slavery, you know, took part. Because if they were standing strong, like as big kingdoms and not fighting and making war to each other, Europeans would never had the opportunity to, you know, do all the slave trades and, you know, it happened because of this precise.
Absolutely. Divide and conquer, you know, and then start putting in problems and just raise one group up more than another group, and then you start having conflicts there, and you know, it's so complicated. There's so many different levels, but we definitely, as Black people, you know, as Africans, all over, we should be proud of what we have, what we've done, and there's still a long way to go.
Yeah.
Still a long way to go. Let's talk a little bit about why you came to Ethiopia. I know we've talked a little bit about it, but can we go a little bit more deeper into why you came to Ethiopia, and what was your first week like in Ethiopia?
Okay.
And what was the biggest kind of culture shock for you, like coming from Europe and like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like I'd never see this in Europe. Like, you know, for example, like for me, I wouldn't say the first time, but I'd still say for me, you know, it's like a culture shock to see like just donkeys walking around everywhere, carrying stuff, or, you know, when you get into a car in Africa, you can just jump in the car and you don't need a seatbelt, and you know, you can have you and your baby at the front sitting down, and 10 people at the back, or you know, you can even drink and drive here. I mean, you could, you know, the rules are very, very like relaxed out here. So yeah, what was your biggest cultural shock, and what was it like for you first coming to Ethiopia, your first week being here?
So
what was the experience?
The first day when we arrived at the airport and we were in the taxi to come to Shashamani, I remember, the taxi to go to the bus station and then go to Shashamani. I remember I saw a guy pooping in the street, and I was like, no.
What, just in the middle of the street?
Yeah.
Like he was in a toilet?
In Addis, here.
Oh, wow.
Like near Meskel Square, but now it changed so much. Like it's so different from 5 years ago. But I remember it was one of the first thing I saw, and I was like, no, I can't believe I'm here. Like I was really shocked. And the other things that I was like, the poverty, we see poverty also in Europe. Of course it exists, homeless people. But it's like really in your face. Like you're more confronted to the reality. I don't know how to explain, especially 5 years ago. I know that now the new policy of Addis is trying to control that more. They try to, take the homeless people away from the nice neighborhoods and the good places, but it wasn't like that before. And especially the children, when you see children half naked in the street, starving, and it was for me something very shocking and really hurting my heart. And even the, how do you call it, like not favelas, but like this kind of little houses,
like shanty towns. Shanty towns, like it's kind of like not huts, but like shanty towns, like small little
made
houses,
with plastic,
like
or
it's like a
Yeah.
shanty houses.
And
like,
this also really, like, I was feeling really bad when I was passing them by. I remember being on the bus and the kids asking for a little bit of cake or water, and like, you know, the feeling of pity. And even if I'm not saying that poverty only exists in Africa and it doesn't exist in Europe,
no, poverty definitely exists in
of
Europe.
course, but it's just
Different levels.
Yeah, on a different
Different
level.
levels. Poverty. I think people in Africa think that money grows on the trees and you
Yes.
can just, money's there. Of course, poverty in Europe looks a lot different than poverty in Africa. But it's relative
Yeah,
poverty, but it's still poverty.
yeah. And I mean, when you see homeless people, you have all kind of homeless in Europe, but mostly you have like old people or some disabled people or drug addicts. But here it's like the children.
Yeah.
You see them. They like healthy children, and at the same time, yeah. It's for me when I just arrived. It was the thing hurting me the most.
That still hurts me when I see a child like 2 or 3 years old, 4 or 5. It doesn't even matter, just a child.
Yeah.
And you know that they probably haven't eaten, they don't have it. And listen, if I have like 200, 300 birr, 400 birr, if I have something, I will give.
Yeah.
Regardless, because it's, I would expect someone to do that to me,
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't help everyone.
Yeah, you can't.
100 kids.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
But if I did have it, I would.
But at the same time, I'm wondering, is it really going to help them to give them money all the time? Because, if they think that they can make their life into begging, they will not try to have a little business and work by themselves. I'm not saying you don't. Me, personally, I don't like showing that. I will never film myself, show on the social media when I'm helping people, because I do it every day, but I'm not going to do it.
It's not for the camera for you. It's something that you want.
I would feel so uncomfortable doing that.
Me too.
But when I see an old woman,
is that genuine? If you're doing it online for people to see you doing it, just for people to say, "Oh, well done," or to like or comment, or for what?
No,
you don't need that.
Yeah, and I mean, when you see an old person, an old woman, or like a young mother with a baby, you know that they can't work. But when I see like a big man or even teenagers, I'm like, come on, you can work.
You can do something.
You're in your country, you can work. You have papers, you're legal, you can work.
I agree.
And also the other thing is that I don't like giving money to some of the children, because in Shashamani, I found out some people, they will buy some drugs or some beer.
Really?
Yeah, so when I have food, I prefer to give them food than give them money, because you don't know what they can do with the money.
Correct.
And we are in a country where nothing is controlled. Like, you can buy cigarettes even if you're 3 years old. In Europe, they will check your ID, see if you have the majority. But here, that's why I don't really like giving money to the kids, except if it's like a mother with the children, begging.
Yeah.
But
oh my God, there was a lady that I saw yesterday, actually, not too far from where we are now. She was sitting on a park bench and she had a baby. A baby was 1 month old, and she was holding it like that. And I was like, 1 month old. I think she had a relationship with a man, and the man just left her.
Okay.
So she's alone now. But 1 month, like very cute baby. So I couldn't just walk past, I don't speak Amharic, but one of the guys I was with spoke to her, and I took out what I had and I gave it, and like poverty in Africa, like you said, it's real. It's in front of your face. You can't just close your eyes.
Yeah.
You see it, like, you know what I mean? So
it's not, is it not hiding them in centers? No, it's outside.
Europe, they try to hide it.
Yes.
For the most, they try to hide it, and yeah. But here, you see it. You see the difference between people that are rich and people that are poor. There's no in between.
No, there is not, and it's very extreme. You can notice that in every less developed countries. When you go to Brazil, I think about this famous image where you have like the favelas, like very poor, and next to it, like you have the big luxury 5-star hotel. And it really exists, like, if you go to Southern Asia, Africa, Southern America, you will see that. I guess in America, Europe, it doesn't really exist that way. Like you have the ghettos, but they are well far away from
yeah.
the rich places.
Yeah.
And personally, I would feel, I don't know, some kind of way, because sometimes they build new, here in Ethiopia, they build like new big hotels next to,
Like a shanty town, like
yes,
somewhere.
you know,
crazy.
like these people would actually go out of their big hotels, they're well fed, they just ate, and they
You seeing that in front of
comforted.
you, like you don't feel some sort of way, like wow, it's just this is crazy.
Yeah, you know, it's like, I don't know.
We talked a little bit about Shashamani. Yeah? I'm gonna go back there again.
Yeah.
Shashamani. Apart from the negative stuff in Shashamani, was you actually living in? Because I heard in Shashamani, there's where the Rastafarians were given a plot of land and stuff. So the people from the Rastafarians that are living there, they have their own compound like area there. Was you living in a compound in Shashamani, or? And have you been to that compound that was given? I think it was King Selassie gave them that compound to, or you know, Jamaicans or people from the.
But so originally, Ali Selassie gave the whole of Shashamani, or most of the city, since Black Americans helped Ethiopia in the war fighting against Italy. And because Black Americans didn't really know their roots, and they also saw, you know, this new king, Ali Selassie, as a, I don't know how to say, they really had a lot of hope when they saw him on the TV, because he was representing royalty and
I've never seen a black person like with that
a
type
black
of status.
African king,
Yes.
you know, standing against Italy. And yeah, a lot of them, they fought when, they were not even really originated from Ethiopia, but they were aware of their blackness, and they wanted to help this king, help this country, help Africa. And since that, to thank them, they were given Shashamani. And then the Rastafarian movement in Jamaica started to emerge, and most of the Rastafarian people started to come and live in Shashamani, you know, to just live closer to their roots. But then you had Rastafarian from all around the world, like in Europe, in Australia, in other African countries. So, yeah. But the problem is that, like I said, there was a lot of tension with the local population and some tribal tensions. And now it's not like before. Like before I came, I know that, there was more like a Rastafarian village, but now it's not like this anymore. You have some people have their own house, but they separated from each other. It's not like
so there's
community.
no like they don't have like a community.
No,
Really?
there is only like the 12 tribes. It's like it's like a church. Yes, it's like a church, like a community center where people will gather when they will have some celebrations. Or some events, but except from that, most of the people in Shashamani, to be honest, they live secluded from each other.
Really?
It's not such thing as a village or community life.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Life in Addis, you've talked about it a little bit. Is there anything you want to add about? You know, you've only been here a couple months now since moving from Shashamani. How is life in Addis now? Describe Addis for people that don't know. And do you have any kind of favorite places, you know, in Addis, maybe where you like to eat food, or do you know any, or can you teach some of our viewers some Amharic words?
Okay.
So yeah, sorry.
So Addis Ababa is so, like I was saying, so different. It's a whole different world from Shashamani. It's modern. Like if you can actually see outside the view, like there is like big buildings, skyscrapers. It's like very modern.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna add that in later on.
I guess it's even more modern than a lot of other African capital cities. Like Addis Ababa is probably the best capital city of East Africa. And yeah, I mean, if you're from the West, if you're from America, from Europe, you wouldn't feel too much shocked.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you can still have your comfort, you can still have your habits, like going to the gym, going to the restaurant. Like, there is still luxury, even if, yeah, you still be confronted to some poverty sometimes, but it's like so different from Shashamani. I really like the thing I love is the parks. We are right now in a very good park. And like when you have children or when you just want to chill and have a good walk, that's the luxury we don't have in Shashamani. We don't have that at all. Like, I miss that so much. We like what else? Like I was saying, yeah, all the gym, spa, Pilates. I personally don't have the budget to live on that for now. But if you come from Europe and you don't want to give up on these habits, you wouldn't be.
There's some nice hotels down here. Bellevue Hotel. There's another expensive hotel here as well. I've forgotten the name of it. But yeah, there's some beautiful hotels, spas, food tasting.
Yeah.
Of course, if you come to Ethiopia, you have to try the injera.
Yeah.
You have to try the dorowat.
Dorowet.
You have to try these traditional foods, which is a staple diet of Ethiopia. Can you teach any of I forgot to ask you, can you speak Amharic, and can you, if you can teach maybe just a few words to our listeners so they can
so I speak,
and is it difficult?
I speak only a little bit of Amharic. Some people would think, oh, she's been there 5 years, but my Amharic was mostly for going to the market or working. But when it comes to having a deep conversation, I can't handle it. Yeah, it's too
not easy.
Yeah, but I can count. So should I count in Amharic now?
Yeah.
So hand, ulet, sost, arat, hamist, sedest, sabat, cement, zetain, aser, asrahand, asraulet, and you name it. So yeah, after you have 20 is haya, salasa, arba, amsa, selsa, saba, samania, zetain, metu, ulet metu. Yeah.
How do you say good? I can't do it. How do you say like hello, how are you? My name is blah 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 blah, Ivory Princess or
so salam no did not show any any Ivory Princess. That's what I can say.
Okay.
That's what I can say. Any Farenzania, Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay. You need to teach me. I need to learn. I must confess, Amharic is a very difficult language.
Yeah.
I mean, the alphabet is not like the European alphabet. So yeah,
it's very old.
Tough. Yeah, it's like, a very, very old Semitic language.
It's actually the alphabet comes from the Ge'ez.
Oh, the Ge'ez.
And it has Semitic roots. I mean, Amharic is very similar to Arabic. Actually, there is a lot of common words, and yeah, like if you take someone from the Tigrinya, they will speak in Arabic to someone and they can understand each other because it's very close. Yeah, very similar languages.
That's crazy. Good job. Keep it up. Are you studying Amharic, or are you just listening to cartoons and stuff like that, or like TV shows, or how are you picking up and learning Amharic?
Only communicating with the people. I just try to adapt to the culture. It's been 5 years I'm here.
Yeah.
So I try to listen, communicate by the human bonds.
Yeah.
That's how I try to learn.
Okay.
Just by listening, you will hear an expression that will repeat, and then you will understand that, oh yeah, it means this or that. Or just having Ethiopian friends, and yeah.
Okay. Nice. Motherhood. How has becoming a mother changed you?
So, speaking about Ethiopia, the country of all origins, it was the country of all the first times for me because I was a very young girl. 19 years old. So I became a woman here, and I also became a mom. And I wasn't a mother in the most easiest situation. Starting from the pregnancy and the labor, like giving birth, especially in Shashamani, where it's not developed,
Wow.
I almost died. Like,
Wow.
yeah, it was very. The labor I experienced was very difficult. It's still painful for me to talk about it, and yeah, I thought I wouldn't survive. But yeah, I'm safe. I'm here. I'm alive.
You are strong.
Yes, but
You've been through some craziness.
very, like the rate of the mother dying in Shashamani or even in Ethiopia, but specifically in Shashamani, is very high. There are people I know that died. Like, it's
Tough.
for me, it's a miracle I'm here. It's not given to everyone. Just
Do
giving
you
birth.
believe that you're here for a reason?
I believe so. I just believe that everyone, we know we were all made by God, and we're all here for a reason. We all have our mission. We all have our part to bring into this life, into this universe. And I feel like I have, it's not to, I'm trying to be humble, but I feel like I have a great mission because of all what I've been through since I'm a child, and since here, those 5 last years were very, very intense. And I didn't suffer for nothing. So I feel like I have to help people with my experience. I have to lift up people who feel like they have no one around them, especially women, especially mothers. And yeah, I will play my part. I will use the skills that were given to me, yeah, in the best way. That's my goal.
Do you have a group of friends or family here that support you, help you? Do you have a good network here? Yeah, of people that care about you and love you, and
I mean, my
people that you
family,
trust, or
yeah, my family lives in Shashamani, so obviously we're not in contact all the time, but when I'm in a problem, I can talk to my mom sometime and give her a call. Also, there is, yeah, I start to make some friends, but I don't have that much friends now in Addis. But since my son was born, since I'm pregnant, I was always feeling that it was me and him against the world. So
he's beautiful.
thank you.
He's so cute.
He is.
Yeah, you can't see him; he's not on camera, but
Yeah.
he is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful boy.
But yeah, it's like when you in your mindset you're like, I'm alone no matter what. You feel like you don't need anyone around you, even if we were taught, especially as Black women, to always feel like to struggle is normal. We always have to be the strongest. We don't need help. We have to support everything. We're still women at the end of the day. We're still humans, so we still need people around us to support us. But yeah, it's true that right now in my mentality, I'm fine with loneliness. But I will enjoy, of course, company. But yeah, I think I'm a friendly person. I like friends. But I've been away from my friends since all these years now. And
do you still have contact with your friends, like in France, or the people you grew up with down there, or
some, but not too. I'm not going to lie, but just a few. I feel like some people seen my struggle on the social media and they just wanted to detach themselves from me. Maybe they were thinking that, I don't know, I would ask them for help or anything like this, but I don't know.
Why did you at times, you've put up certain things already on social media, why did you expose, can I say, so much of yourself and what you've been through on social media? Was that like somewhere to kind of like take out your frustration, or what was the thinking behind that?
But so to begin with, I posted videos on last year on August 2025, and I remember it was a very, very difficult position where I was in at the time, because I remember I just lost my phone. Someone stole it from me. Like a group of 3 men stole it from me when I was with my baby in Shashamani. And so I didn't have any phone. I had like no money. Like at that time I was just so broke. I had like no money, no phone. The French embassy wasn't replying to me about my situation in Ethiopia. And I was just I was feeling like I was trapped and I was going to die almost. Like I didn't have even money to buy a diaper for my son at that time.
Wow.
I had to go. My sister, she's back to France now, but she was there, and I had to go to her house and ask her if she could give me some food, give me some rice. You know, I felt like it
felt
was
like
terrible,
a burden,
like a liability,
Yeah.
like you know, just to ask her, yeah, can you just give me a little bit of money to buy a diaper? Like I felt so humiliated. Well, especially I'm the biggest sister. I was always the one to find the solutions and helping my brothers and sisters, but I felt like in this position, and
You had to humble yourself.
yes, yeah. And
That's how
Ethiopia
humble
definitely humbled me, and it's still humbling me.
Wow.
And so yeah, I took my sister's phone at the time, and I posted my first video saying all my situation. I was blocked in Ethiopia since 4 years at that time. And the French embassy wasn't really doing anything. And yeah, I opened GoFundMe at the time. I was thinking maybe with that GoFundMe, I will pay the money that the immigration is asking me for, so I can leave the
Because
country.
it's expensive, isn't
Yeah,
it?
very. It's like now it's like $60,000. You know, and but it didn't really happen that way.
But they can't do that. I mean, I thought always when you go to the immigration, if you've lost your passport, you don't have any money, they can't send you back. Like, is that not like?
No, because the immigration don't allow us to leave the country, and we are a few in this position. From the French community, I know we are a few, but you have also like American people in this position, Germans or Jamaicans, like whatever. But the thing is that it's very difficult. And for people to understand, because some people think, oh, it's your fault, you didn't listen to, you didn't follow the Ethiopian rules. Like, you're a European, you come to Africa, you think that you're allowed to do anything, but it's not like that.
No, it's not
at
like
all.
that. People
Because
are so judgmental.
no, they don't understand.
They
Because
don't understand. And it's not their, sometimes it's not their business to know everything. But
First-
that's the problem, is that I found on social media, if you let people know too much, sometimes
They will use
think
it
that,
against you.
Yeah, and they think that they can come and judge and say, oh, well, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Oh, it's so easy. They don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Because they haven't been in that situation.
No, they haven't.
Just sit on their comfy chair and they see talking bullshit.
Yeah,
So-
behind
sorry,
their
my
screen.
language.
But sometimes it's not even, it's people you know, they will be judging you like this.
Yeah, of
Sometimes
course,
it's not
always
even
that. So sometimes that's
you
the
know?
worst as well, because you feel like, why are you judging me? Like,
yeah.
like, really? It can happen to anyone. You can lose all your money today. Your mom, your dad, your brother, somebody can die.
Exactly.
Nobody is above it. You can have everything, and tomorrow you lose everything. When you're down with nothing and you have to humble yourself, let's see how you act then.
Yeah. And that's what I had to do, you know, coming up on the social media and talking about my situation, opening this GoFundMe, because I felt really ashamed. I felt like a beggar doing this. But I felt like I had no other solution. My situation right now, I can't even buy food to eat or give my son a comfortable life. And I can't even leave the country. I can't work legally. I can't do nothing. So yeah, I felt it was the only solution. So my videos reached 500K at the time. I had to delete it because of the tension. Lately, a few months ago, there was a lot of tensions with the elections, and a lot of people were getting arrested for talking about the government on the social media.
No, I understand.
So many people told me, just delete your video so you don't take any risk, because you're a mother.
Yeah, of course.
But I started to open my my page, my account, talk about my situation. People didn't believe me, so I had to record myself and show my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that was so nice
Yes.
as well. I think seeing your videos online, kind of how you were living and stuff, and how you are living, it's like, wow, like it's so authentic. It's so natural. It's so like I'm a parent myself, and seeing how resilient you are and how you've been, how strong you are,
thank you.
how much you love your child, your son, and that one day, regardless of anything, he's gonna know how much his mom fighted. His mom was a fighter. And I see that in you, and I saw that in your videos. Like, damn, like she's trying. Like how you were cooking, sometimes you were doing like pancakes, crepes, and you were like, damn. I was like, damn, she's doing crepes like on the stove, and bananas and strawberries, and you know what I mean. Like, I was like, damn, like she's really like trying to make it interesting for the little one, so that he's happy, and it's small things, but it makes such a big difference. And I respect you.
Thank you so much.
As a mother.
Thank you.
As a young lady, you trying, you done well, and anybody will be proud of you. Mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, whoever the hell it is, to go through what you've been through, and even what you're still going through, what you talk about, what you don't talk about. You're a fighter, and keep on fighting, and don't be afraid to, how can I say, to, like you've done before, to reach out to people. And you said that you've been humbled. Sometimes you have to be broken in order to
Yes.
rise up again. It's only under this time that you get broken down. Can you really see who you are? See what you can take, and man, I'm just grateful that you're still alive.
Yes.
Really.
I am too. Every day I just thank God, because it's a miracle I'm still here, that my child is here. With like I said, there is a lot of positive side in Ethiopia or in Addis Ababa, but we still, at the end of the day, we're still in Africa. There is still a lot of issues with health or hygiene, security,
Yeah.
and there are so many ways that you can feel threatened, that your life can feel threatened. And I feel, anyway, since I'm in Ethiopia, I always felt closer to my faith and to God, because you know that nothing is given. You work hard for literally anything when you live here, like for cooking food, when you don't have electricity, or when the water is not constant,
Yep.
or when this. So you feel like grateful for any little thing you have, because it's just like you take everything for granted.
Yes.
Yes, so it's just
Absolutely.
like a different perspective.
Absolutely.
And yeah, like you said, you feel humbled.
Power
and
cuts, water problems, no water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You feel grateful. For me, coming from Europe and being born in Europe and stuff, to come to Africa, I feel humbled, because we take things for granted in Europe too much. More people have to come to Africa to, experience, the good and the bad, and to see that, life sometimes is, not always painted in gold, unfortunately. How has Ethiopia changed you?
In
As
so
a
many
person?
ways, so many ways. I mean, I was 19. I'm now 25. So yeah, I mean,
Old lady now.
Yeah, halfway to being 50. But I mean, yeah, I'm just I'm older. I'm also a mom. My experience, like I said, like I said, I'm so grateful for any little thing I have compared to how I used to be before. I'm more understanding, because the Ethiopian culture, the Ethiopian mentality is so different from what we know. Like we were talking about before, we live in very individualistic societies where we only think about ourselves or our little family around us.
Yes.
But here there will be if you fall on the floor, they will be really concerned, or if you have this, they will just tell you, like, they're very a very community, how will you say, like,
Community oriented.
yes, community oriented society, and they will have compassion easily for a stranger. They will be helpful even if it's not your child, or even if it's not you. That if they see someone struggle, they will just genuinely want to help or want to advise. But on the other side, the negative side of that is that sometimes they will be too much in your business, even when they don't know you. And I used to feel a lot very offended. But now I just feel like I became more flexible in my mentality and more tolerant, because I see the both sides. Like, I see the negative sides of all lifestyle and the positive, like the two sides for the Ethiopian culture, but also the African culture in general, because African culture in general is very community oriented. So yeah, I just became more humble as well, more aware of certain things, more resilient, more adaptive. So yeah, so it really changed me in a good way. I feel like if I stayed those 5 years in France, I wouldn't be the same person you're talking to now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I believe that. I believe that.
yeah.
Sorry, just to quickly touch on this. You can answer it if you want to. You don't have to. You said you have your faith in God and stuff like that. Do you have particular faith, or what has got you through these dark times? You have a belief in God or a higher power, or
Since I'm a little child, like since I'm 4 years, I was always someone very curious. I used to ask my parents, "Oh, why the sky is blue? Why this? Why that?" And when you keep questioning yourself about why and why and why, it's always leading to God. So since I'm very little, I was always aware of this powerful force that was leading us and leading life and creation around us. But I never belonged to any religion, or even if I mentioned my father is a Rastafarian, I never felt I was belonging to anything. For me, my faith is sacred, but also secret, and something very intimate. I share it with God.
Okay.
I don't have to go in a church. I don't have to go,
Absolutely.
in a secret place to feel like I'm connected
like
to
the
God.
church or a mosque or the synagogue or something like that.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I feel like I don't have to be dressed a certain way to feel close to God. Like,
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, I'm His creation.
Absolutely.
So just have I just consider myself as someone spiritual, because I'm aware of the spiritual dynamics and the energies around us, but I'm not into any religion. So even if I'm tolerant, I have friends, Christians or Catholic, Muslims, Hindu. I have all kind of friends, and I see the truth in each part of these religions. But for me, religions divide people. So
Yeah, religion is man-made, and
yes,
it just divides people.
Exactly.
It doesn't bring people together. So, yeah.
So I just believe in God. That's all I can say.
Okay. Back to creativity again. How has Ethiopia influenced your art?
So I will say because
and what Ethiopian artists have inspired you, or any artist, but maybe Ethiopian as well.
So I remember, because like I said, I used to always observe things and then draw from what I see. And being in Ethiopia, because Ethiopia has really particular and specific landscapes, like the highlands and the mountains and the lakes and the trees. It really inspired me of drawing these kind of things. But also, I was talking about religion just before. The Ethiopian Orthodox Christianism inspired me in so many ways, because their ways to represent their saints or their figures, their sacred figures, is very colorful, very like the designs they use, like since centuries, like geometrical figures, is very inspiring. So I started to also draw and paint from these inspirations. I also met in Piazza, like a few months ago, a very old artist, and actually his father was the painter of Ali Selassie.
Really?
Yes. And he has a paint shop in Piazza. And he lived in America, and yeah, he's a very, very old man, but very gifted. And yeah, he's
What's his name? Do you remember?
I took a picture with him.
Okay.
But
can we include that later on?
Yes, of course.
Okay, we'll include the picture later.
Yes.
Nice.
So yeah, his art, actually, if you go there, like, he has a small tiny shop, but yeah, like I was saying, very colorful, very vibrant colors, and it's very inspired by the Orthodox Christianism as well. So yeah, I haven't met that much Ethiopian artists yet, but Addis Ababa is a very art-orientated city. If you are an artist and you plan to expose in Addis Ababa, it's pretty much possible compared to, in Europe. There is a lot of art exposition. Yes, they start to be a lot more open for artists, which is very good.
Wow, I love that. Have you been to Lalibela? Axum.
Unfortunately not.
Would you like to go there?
I would love to, because it's a very mystic church, like like it's in the stone, and it's like inside the it's so mystical, and still nowadays scientists can't explain how it was made. Just like the pyramids.
We're twinning now, You speak what I'm thinking. You're gonna take over as host of this thing.
Very mystical place, Lalibela. Axum as well.
Yes.
I would love to see the Lake Tana. What was it? Arba Minch, never visited.
Is that where they have the Ark of the Covenant? Where's that? Is that?
I think it's in Axum, the Ark of the Covenant.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Looking ahead, future dreams, legacy for you and your child. Anything? What's your future dreams going forward? What is it you want to do? Where do you want to be? Yeah.
So to be honest, I see myself in the future living in Africa, because even if I experience difficulties here, I just love it. Like I was saying, the mentality of the people, just like closer to my roots, because I'm African. So I just feel like my place belong here, even if some people don't believe so. But sorry to disappoint you, but I'm African.
I don't know why people love to dictate
who you are.
Like, why don't you worry about yourself first instead of going to someone else and say, "Oh, you're not really African. You're not really European." So what the hell am I then?
Then
okay, I'm a human being. Then is that okay for you or not?
Yeah. If I was claiming I'm white, they would be like, "Oh, she's denying her blackness."
Yeah, exactly.
So. But yeah, in the future, like when I will be well established, when I have a good business, I will see myself having a beautiful house in Africa. Maybe in my mother country, maybe somewhere else, but definitely in Africa. I see myself, my son also living in Africa. For him, like, he's in a school now that's where I'm working.
Oh, so you're working in this?
Exactly, I'm a teacher.
Good. And you're a teacher?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I used to be a teacher even in France.
Really?
Yes, for the kindergarten kids.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I can actually see you doing that. You have like a very nurturing kind of soft side.
Maybe.
Maybe I don't want to get on a bad side, but I see that in you. You have like a very kind of nurturing like side to you. I hope I'm correct.
Probably have a part like this, and it's like seeing my son is around children, like Ethiopian children from everywhere, and he doesn't feel like different. They have the same skin color.
Yeah.
I never felt that way in France, and I feel like me and my son, we belong in Africa. But yeah, for now, I know I need to go back to France. I need to do some things because it's been 5 years. I'm even the papers or administration.
Yeah.
But and just being back to, like I was saying, being established and putting money on the side. But yeah, in the future, definitely in Africa, somewhere where it's sunny, next to the sea.
Can you swim?
A little bit, not that much.
Yes.
But yeah, having access to the fruits.
Yes.
And
Oh, beautiful
good
fruits
food.
they have here.
Yes.
The mangoes, the pineapple,
Papaya.
the watermelon. Like the smoothies here are nice.
Yes.
But anyway, I can't really eat the smoothie when they mix water in it.
Yeah.
I'm European.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
belly, It's
Yeah.
just. But if it's like fresh pressed, like yeah. But like when they mix water in it,
Yeah, especially if it's tap water, because
I can't. Can you drink the tap water?
Yes, I used to in Shashamani. There was
Really?
some point where I was so broke, I couldn't buy a bottle of water.
So you were drinking?
I was drinking, and
You didn't have problem with your stomach?
Yes, I had. I got I was vomiting. I got very sick. I got very skinny at some point.
Oh my God.
I went through a lot, honestly. But that's why when I say don't take anything for granted, this bottle of water I'm drinking right now, I couldn't buy something like this before, like a few months ago, or a few years. Last year, I couldn't buy this.
Well, I'm so happy that things have turned around. God is good, and now you're working and in the kindergarten and stuff like that. And yeah, your son is healthy.
Yeah.
He's beautiful.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? And yeah, man, you were presented. Are you single for any guys out there? Or?
Yes, I am. I am single.
Are you looking for anyone right now?
I don't know. I'm just focusing
Right.
for now. Focusing on my life, on my son. Yeah, just getting better each day is so important. Like physically, mentally, spiritually, and the right person will find my way at some point. Yeah.
Amen. We want a rich guy for the Ivory Princess. We want someone who's rich.
Rich
La
in
chante.
mind first.
Beaucoup la chante.
Beaucoup d'argent.
Yeah. That's what we're looking for. So nobody DM her if you ain't got it like that. Thank you so much, Ivy Princess.
Thank you. Thank you
taking
for
the
inviting
time out, of your busy schedule, to do this interview in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. We're in Friendship Park right now.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place, and it's been raining. So hopefully, the rain will stop. But it's rain season now, right? So yeah, where can people follow you or follow your work? Yeah, and if there's anything else you want to add or say, the floor is yours.
To be honest, I don't have anything to add. We pretty much talked about everything. But you can follow me on Instagram, The Ivory Princess, also on TikTok. And yeah, sometimes I'm not too active because I'm busy. But yeah, I don't really post my artwork. I just talk about, my situation, what I'm going through and this. But in the future, I would love to talk about interesting topics, things that passionate me, and also to show you my art. But yeah, so you can follow me on this accounts.
Nice. You should start selling your artwork, putting it out more online, because it's, more people should see your artwork,
Yeah.
what you've been doing, what you are currently doing, because she definitely has a talent.
Thank you.
So you definitely need to put it out there more when you have time. I understand you're a mom and working. It's not easy, but more people need to see you doing. You need to make them coins. Sister.
Yeah. Yes. True.
Period. Yeah. So thank you so much again, Ivy Princess. It's been an absolute pleasure to interview you finally in Addis Ababa. We're in Friendship Park, and how do you say bye?
Ciao. In Amarinia.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Ciao. There you go.
Welcome, Kanye. Have a good day.
There you go. See you next time on the Dan Dada Show. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you.